Hello. Hi everyone, how's it going? Oh, hello. Hey, and we're back. Okay, we're gonna play some more The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante today. Oh my god, hello. Hello, the priest. How do I pronounce your name? The priest? Hello. Wow, thanks for showing up. I can't believe it either. Why would you wake up at 4 a.m. just to watch this? I can't believe it either, but I appreciate it, for sure. Welcome, welcome. Alright. Okay. Let's go. Adolescence. Okay. To start from the beginning of a chapter, click the chapter icon. Ah, okay. Probably don't want to redo like 2 hours of gameplay, but you know, we'll keep it in the back of our heads that we can do that. Okay. You've lived in this world for 8 years now. As you grow older, life grows more complex. The world of your childhood was limited to your house and family, but now that realm is expanding. It also includes your neighborhood, the nearby houses, the streets of the ancient city of Anizote. The question now looms over you, growing more pressing with each passing year. What will your place be in this vast outside world? Few people in the blessed Arcnean Empire trouble themselves with this question. It's not within a man or woman's power to choose. Their destiny is predetermined by their birth and those who bore them. Okay. And yet your peculiar birth has granted you a choice. Your father is a man of nobility, a worthy example in matters of duty and honor. Your mother is a commoner of lowly estate, humility and patience made flesh. And your sky is ablaze day and night with the light of the shining pillar, the beacon of the clergy. Okay. Is that not true for everyone though? So it's saying that I can still become clergy if I wanted to. Okay. Your back bears the mark of the lash. Will you accept the drudgery and suffering that is the lot of the lowborn for your entire life? Or will you follow in the footsteps of your father and your father's father and fight for the right to serve the empire as a noble of the mantle? Perhaps you will follow the twin god's word and offer spiritual guidance to others. Yeah, maybe. The answer lies out there in that vast, terrifying world. What awaits you beyond the walls of your home? Okay. So now I've updated my prediction. I now think there will be 3 normal paths probably, and then 1 path where you don't really become anything, and you just rebel against the gods or the order or whatever. But then I think in each of those 3 paths there's probably still like a good ending and a bad ending, and you know, lots of different subtle differences in how good things end up for you, probably, maybe. Just a prediction for now. Okay. Your world grows. Oh, okay, I already read this. Yep. Events that can happen to the Brante family in this chapter. Okay. So it's not just about me? Oh, no. So instead of events that can happen only to me, there's events that can happen to my whole family now. Gloria's secret. Secret society. Ooh, spoilers. Find out about your elder brother's forbidden love. Ooh, okay. Blood tide of the Brante family. What does that mean? Spiritual and admonition from you. Okay. So looks like there's new stats as well, like spirituality, nobility, ingenuity. Okay. Events in the personal life of the hero that can happen in this chapter. Okay. Romantic feelings. Okay. Epiphany. Ah, okay. So this is available for me because I had the thingy, had the ant encounter. Willpower. Rescue Sophia. Okay. Personal qualities. Okay. 0 for everything for now. That's expected. So we got new stats. Nobility. How noble your thoughts and deeds are in your pursuit of the honorable ideals of the nobleman. Affects your chances of becoming a noble of the mantle and future skills that are crucial for the noble estate. Okay. Ingenuity, how quick-witted and how skillfully you can manipulate a situation to your own end. Affects your ability to survive without the privilege of nobility and future skills that are crucial for a commoner. Okay, so it's, interesting. It's actually saying that you need more ingenuity if you are a commoner. I guess that makes sense. You have to like, I don't know, make ends meet maybe, or like not, piss off the nobles somehow. Yeah, let's go with that. Spirituality, your aspiration to unlock the mysteries of creation and explore the divine in the mortal world. Okay. You can become a priest and a clergy. I see. Inner strength, willpower, okay, that stays from before. And I've died once. That's still true. Okay, makes sense. People die when they're killed. No relations. Okay, so relations are different from family, I suppose. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Looking like our family is fine. Okay, so we got relations, province, and map of the empire. Okay. Province. Oh, okay. So there's like actually some politics involved, maybe. Can maybe change who the ruler is over your province, maybe? That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power for just a commoner like me. But that's in the future. Map of the empire. Okay. Sure. I mean, I think this is just not super relevant at the moment. Eterna. I think that's the capital, right? Where my grandpa goes. But this is where I am. Okay, and that's all I really need to know. Archnia? So it's the old home. Okay. Let's not waste too much time here and get on with it. Okay, map of the empire, blah blah. Okay. Okay, continue. Let's go. Wah, wah. The family expects more and more of you as you grow up. The teachers and tutors hired by your father keep you on your toes all the time. Your life these days is dedicated to studying for your future, for the future of the Brante family. Okay. Your younger brother Nathan keeps growing up too. You can hold a conversation now. You never refuse him when he comes to play, provided you have a bit of free time between your demanding lessons. That makes sense. It is a rainy day today. Father and mother have gone to a ball, and they left Nathan in your care. You lose track of time over the books in the sitting room, and Nathan goes off alone to splash in the creek. Soon you hear his voice begging you to come outside. He's on the porch, sobbing, all covered in dirt. You walk up to him as he continues to bawl. Bawl? It's all that kid. He pushed me into that ditch and called me names. He said I was a fancy pants fool. I said I'll call my brother. He's still there. You have to go punish him, Piper. Oh no, someone's picking on my little bro. Nathan points at a lopsided wooden house further down the street where the poor artisans live. You see two boys lingering there on the porch. They are clearly both commoners, but far from poor. One of them is almost as tall as Nathan, and he frowns in a funny way, just like him. Okay. The other looks older, almost your age, but he is more broad-shouldered and taller. His name is Thomas. Thomas? Thomas? I don't know. Either. You've heard it before. I have I? There, Piper, that's him. Nathan points at the younger boy and hides behind your back. Thomas grins and rolls up his sleeves to reveal strong forearms. He must have been helping his father with manual labor for quite some time. Yeah, or he hits the gym, works out. Thomas Guerrero. Listen up, rich boys. We don't give a damn about you or your friendship. We don't let nobody call our home a stinking rat hole. Your little brother earned his ditch dive. Did you do that? Did you do that, little bro? Maybe next time he'll dress normal and stop picking fights with people who can throw him in the mud. Your hands clench into fists before you act. Nathan called them names first. No wonder they did the same. That's how it goes. But pushing your brother into a ditch is too much. Thomas stands tall and confident. He sees no threat in you. You're about to get ready for a fight when you feel a tug on your sleeve. You turn your head to see Nathan, the one who started the whole mess. Alright, what do I do? What does Nathan want to do? Okay, say my brother is to blame. They calls him name first. Come at Thomas and give him a beating. Teach that jerk a lesson? Wait. If you beat him up, you get relation with him? What? Resolve the matter peacefully. Listen to your brother first. I would rather do that, but my family is too ununified for that. Unfortunately. Wait. Is it? What's locking it? Doesn't say actually. Oh, conditions. Oh, Nathan has to be grateful for me. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna say my brother is to blame for sure. I think I'm just gonna click resolve the matter peacefully. Because I think for now, the clergy route is the most appealing to me. Because I want to discover a little bit more lore, maybe? Yeah, fortunately I can't listen to Nathan. This quarrel can be resolved peacefully. You turn to Thomas and offer to solve the problem like adults. His brother will apologize to Nathan, and Nathan will apologize to him in return. There's no need to fight anymore, and you will give Nathan a piece of your mind when you get home. You and Thomas are all grown up and should act your age, you say. Wow, I'm like 9? Am I 9? The blood rushes to Thomas' face when he hears this. Act our age, you say? Are you calling me a baby? You better shut your trap. What are you talking about? I'm calling you an adult. Which is why we have to resolve this peacefully. What are you talking about? That's all he says before he attacks. You barely dodge a fist flying at your face. You start trading blows, huffing and puffing with rage. The younger brothers gawk in awe at the sight. Alright. Yeah, beat him up. Thomas does not resort to fancy moves, dirty tricks, or stupid taunts. He displays nothing but skill earned in many a street fight, and his heavy fists aim for your head. You keep dodging him again and again, trying to reach him. He takes a couple of glancing blows, but easily shakes them off. What a bruiser. You start swinging your fists first? Game? You start swinging your fists with greater and greater fury. Your heart is pounding like a hammer. You see nothing but the foe in front of you. How much longer will this take? You're worn out, your breath goes ragged, and your muscles grow heavy. But there's no way you can give up now. Nathan is watching you. Desperate and out of options, you swing and punch Thomas square in the nose, then immediately let his fist smack you in the temple. The blow rings through your head like a bell and blinds you for a moment. Oof. Ouch. The world swims before your eyes. You clutch at your head to get your bearings. Thomas is standing in front of you, blood dripping from his nose. You no longer want to fight it out, and it seems your opponent would rather end it too. But you keep standing there, eyeing each other angrily. Then, suddenly, you hear an angry shout right next to you. An enraged man is in a craftsman's apron is shaking his fist. Thomas' face contorts in terror right away. It's my father, run! Huh? So he wants me to run too? The punishment for fighting is flogging, and the mere prospect of that makes you run like the wind. Thomas sprints in front of you. You dash across the rotten wooden planks of the back alley, up and over a lopsided fence, across a giant puddle in one leap, and then forward into tall grass. You hide there and stay quiet. You hear no sounds of pursuit. Wait, so what? I guess it makes sense for me to run, but Thomas, it's his dad, man. He's gonna get in trouble when he goes home. You exchange glances with Thomas and start laughing. His laughter is loud and infectious, but soon he cuts it short and grows sadder. Yeah, he's gotta go home. Yeah. Sorry, Thomas. Hey, I gotta get flogged anyways. My dad's always quick to give me a beating. And then he'll start nagging me about the lots and the prayers for days like he always does. Why do I always get myself mixed up in this stuff? But fighting is the only way to prove you're worth anything, right? Dude, this guy's straight out of a shonen. Alright. He's like my best friend now, cause we've exchanged fists, exchanged blows. Now he's gonna join my party and become my best friend. The doesn't see you fighting, you tell him. So all you have to do now is convince them you weren't. Nosebleeds happen, right? Mother gets nosebleeds all the time. True, true. Or, you know, we were just punching ourselves. That no one would buy that. Well, we could try it. Let's hope our little brothers don't tell on us. I'll talk to mine. There's a scratch on your head. Don't let them see it. Good thing I didn't hit you in the face. There, good as new. You assure him that Nathan will never tell. And in return, you'll make sure he behaves himself so he won't get tossed into a ditch again. With that, you shake hands with Thomas. His handshake is as strong as you would expect based on his fists. You make your way out of the tall grass. You need to leave before Thomas's father goes to your family and complains about you breaking your lot. Is fighting against your lot? That's kind of weird. I guess it's because only nobles are allowed to fight. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Maybe it's like a ploy to prevent the commoner class from like taking arms and forming a militia and overthrowing the nobles. Yeah, you know what? That's probably it. That's probably it. But then the gods are real. The gods are real. Anyway. You come to a realization on the way back. You had no idea the place where you were hiding even existed, and it wasn't too far from home. Thomas smiles in excitement when he hears this. Okay. Oh, I know lots of places like that. I'll tell you what, if you get out of this mess today, I'll show you the way to the old fortress wall. It's the perfect place to build your own fort. I dragged a bunch of wooden planks there. Too bad it's no fun to build all alone. My brother never helps, he just gets in the way. Nah, just like Minecraft. Now you've unlocked multiplayer Minecraft. Nice. You emerge from the muddy back alleys united by a secret only the two of you know. It seems you made a friend today. Nice. That's not real, but is what the priest said real? Yeah. That's true, that's true. It might be like interpreting it in a wrong way maybe. Yeah, I guess like what I've seen from the gods, it's not much, right? They've only like smiled at me or something. That's literally all. Yeah. So I think either there's a rebellious path or the way to get to the rebellious path is by becoming a priest. I think those are the only two outcomes that I predict. Riders on the road. It is blistering hot today. Oh, okay, so a year has passed, right? Year has passed? Okay. It's quite convenient, only one thing happens a year, huh? It's blistering hot today, even for the sun-parched land of Magra. Magra. Let me check the map. Mr. Map. Check the map. Magra? What the? Okay. Magra is a province, right? Doesn't say. Just says the province. Yeah, okay. Native province of Magra. Sure. Chapter 4 and 5. Okay. How'd I go back? You dash outdoors out of the stuffy room. You and Thomas roll up your shirt sleeves, but it barely helps. You would gladly go shirtless had you only been in the company of other boys. But there are 3 girls in the yard today. They are doing the laundry in a big wash tub, whispering and giggling. If you could, you would gladly keep watching one of them at work. Ah, okay. There can be multiple events a year. Okay, makes sense. You can... She has big eyes of deep blue, her dark hair is braided, and her plain gray dress is mended and patched all over. Her name is Sophia. She throws her head back a little when she laughs. The rays of the sun are reflected in her eyes. You, Thomas, and the other boys keep telling silly stories. Anything to make her laugh. The belle of the ball, it seems. You sure love telling tall tales, Piper. Oh, I remember this. This one time. Oh, she was gonna go into a story, but then Sophia hears a voice calling her home. She nods to you and runs across the street smiling. Her light steps carry her forward, but her eyes are looking elsewhere. But then a stone on the road catches her foot. She stumbles and falls flat into the dust. Oh no. The street starts shaking from the thundering of hooves. Riders appear on the road from around the corner. They bear a coat of arms you recognize right away. A sable serpent blade upon the field of vert. What's vert? It symbolizes the Melanidas dynasty, the family of your province Archduke. Oh god, I'm gonna have to say that word quite a couple times, huh? Uh-oh. The horses dash forward. A lost wooden toy on the road cracks under their hooves. They will not slow down. They are the nobles, and the rest must make way for them. Oh no, Sophia is in their way. She's now starting to get back on her feet. Her mother is crying for her desperately from behind the fenced door. You freeze in terror. The riders surely see the girl. Are they going to stop, or are they going to trample her? In only a few moments, the beautiful girl will be toppled, trampled, and crushed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can shield Sophia from the horses, but then I freaking die. I die. Oh boy. Stay where you are, nothing happens, okay? Oh no, what should I do? Ugh. I mean, I gotta, right? I gotta save her. And having extra stats is also a nice boost. But then I can only die one more time before I truly die. Ooh, this is tough. Alright, yeah, let's save her. Let's save her. Let's do it. You throw yourself blinding into the road, swinging your arms wildly. Dazed by the sound of thundering hooves, you can see nothing in the dust. For a brief moment, the horses slow down, just long enough for Sophia to get back on her feet and flee to the roadside. So I'm like a distraction. I'm like, yeah, running from the horses. Well, I'll get out of the way. I'll slow them with my body. Yeah, I'll be a roadblock. And then the riders dig their spurs in. Damn, these nobles really don't give a fuck. Dozens of hooves knock you off your feet and roll across your body. Yeah, I can die 3 times before I actually die. Yeah, that's true. But it means I only have like 1 more death to spend, right? Because I can't die the last time. Because I'm writing my life story right now, so it's not possible for me to die the last time. It is known, it is fate. Okay, your body crack, breaks, and crumble. Your ears are ripped apart by the thundering rhythm of the ride. Yeah, ride or die. Ride and die. Your innards are pulverized. Damn. The last thing you remember is the sound of your own skull caving in. Okay, it looks like I do turn to dust. Nice little graphic there. Me burning into ash. Alright, here we go again. Am I like 9 or 10? I've already died twice. I'm only 10? Yikes. Am I? I don't know. I didn't look at the year. Or I don't even remember which year I was born in. Impenetrable darkness surrounds you. You stand alone, bare to your very essence. It paralyzes you. You have an urge to cover yourself, to hide. No one should see you so vulnerable, but you cannot conceal the truth in this place. You are bathed in an unbearably bright light. It has no hint of warmth in it. It is blinding. It leaves no shadow in the entire world. It is the light of the shining pillar itself. In this radiance, you can clearly see all your thoughts and doubts, your errors and transgressions. The contradictions that you have permeated the contradictions that have permeated you since birth. They cover you from head to toe like rough gray tatters, but they melt away in this light. You are naked. You feel liberated and whole. It is as though all the wounds and cracks in your soul have been healed, making it the way it should be. It is as though the scales have fallen from your eyes. You see the true shapes of things now. These are the laws by which the world abides, the grand design that moves life itself. You tread a path that is barely visible in the blinding light giving shape to everything. In this light, you see the infinite complexity of the world, from the tiniest leaf to the enormity of the empire. And this world maintains its balance by virtue of the law that was embedded in it during the act of creation. What's that mean? Gotta read that at one again. Maintains its balance by virtue of the law. Okay. Sure. Makes sense, I guess. Is this something I feel? I don't know. Or is this just truth? Am I intuiting this? Is this true? That the world is balanced by the law? I guess it's law with a capital L. So it's like the law of God or something versus, say, the law of man. I don't know. Ahead of you, two figures are waiting on a path. They are gigantic, many times taller than a man. The elder holds a lash, the younger a sword. The younger gazes at you sternly, coldly. You kneel obediently before him and lower your head. Yeah, so last time I was talking to the elder, right? This time it's the younger. The god raises his sword above you. This is divine retribution. There is no law without it, nor can there be. Every action has consequences. This is what shapes the world, making it its very existence possible. In this moment, beneath the gaze of the merciless God, you comprehend the law that binds the entire world together. Which manifestation of the law Manifestation of the law in will you live by? That's kind of a weird sentence structure, but okay. The law, the universal law, the objective law, almost law of the gods. I will probably pick this against the law. You define the design of the gods and the law that binds it together. Destiny is your own manifestation of the divine law. What does this mean, man? This could mean anything. Is this like implicitly saying that the law does like the God's law does correlate to the lots, to the theory of the lots? Okay, family, probably not. That's not super important or interesting to me right now in terms of the story. Your life's work shapes the world, and again. Okay, this could be interesting. This is probably like the priest option. This could be interesting yourself. You have been made in accordance with the divine design. This is kind of weird. Kind of a, I don't know, self-centered path, I guess. Empire, that's not the benefit. Okay. So yeah, of course, the empire isn't the true reflection of the law, but I think neither is Lot, right? Because this says it's your own manifestation, but this doesn't seem too different from, you know, maybe cause or against the law. But it says Lot, and you know, I'm not a huge fan of that, so gonna click against the law. I'm gonna do it. The blade flashes. Ching. Are they gonna stab me? The youngest sword slashes through the air above your head. You do not yet deserve your final punishment. Ooh. The law demands that you continue your life. Your form has not been completely destroyed, nor has that of the world. Yeah? Okay, do not deserve your final punishment. Okay, so they want to punish me because I hate the gods. But then they can't kill me because they gotta follow their own rules, their own law. Okay. The younger extends his gigantic hand and shows you the way. You must proceed. The path leads you to the top of the crown of the silver tree, spread wide in the white gleam. The branches are close now. It is time to descend. Alright, respawning. Respawn timer. You are drawn downward into darkness. The shadows that had disappeared in the blinding glow creep around you and envelop you. This is to be expected. But the purity and clarity of the spirit are still with you. The choices here... Oh, you didn't see it affect the outcome? Interesting. Okay, so I guess it's maybe something personal that you just pick, maybe? Yeah, I noticed that every other choice tells you exactly how it affects the gameplay, right? But not here, apparently. Something is forcing your throat open. Air. It scratches you on the inside. Your soul is filled with struggle again, with the contradictions from which the fabric of this world and you yourself are woven. The divine light that gave you clarity is fading away with each passing moment. You have to open your eyes. Above you is the dark ceiling of the crypt. You are reborn. Alright, we're back, baby. We're back. Ouch. Then you can feel again. You sense your body, head, arms, and legs. The light fades around you, obedient before a will that is stronger than you. You return to the world. Such is the law of the twins. You will return to the world until the time of your true death, and in this world you will have a body with which to feel pain and suffering and pleasure. You smell a sickly, moist odor. You open your eyes and see the figures of mother and father in the gloom of the family crypt, speaking to each other quietly. They stop as soon as they hear you gasp. Mother runs to you and locks you in an embrace as father wraps you in his cloak. Neither of them says a word as they lead you out to the surface and back home. My limbs, I can sense them. My limbs? My limbs? Robert, you've met a terrible end, my son. You were trampled by those horses. Don't be so careless ever again. The lives you are granted by the twin gods are not to be wasted so recklessly. You would be punished for this, but the twins have already meted out their punishment. You tremble, your steps unsteady as you learn how to move again. Your body is eerily smooth, fresh, and renewed. Even the recent scars and scratches are all gone. But there is something new on it. A fresh black mark, a reminder of your lesser death beneath those hooves. Yep. Oh, yeah. Remember that by the twins' mercy, we are all given enough time in this world. Should you die before your time, you will be brought back by their grace. For 3 times they will rescue you from a terrible fate. But the 4th death is true and final for all. True? Every loss of a life we were granted at our birth is a heavy blow to us. But the gods told us not to mourn the lesser death. And so we will humbly accept this and move on. See, your body has been reborn anew, with all your wounds healed. Do not mourn for your loss of life, my son, but thank the twin gods for their justice. Do not speak of this, and do not ever play by the road again if you wish to keep on living. Alright, cool, Mom. You don't understand, Mom. I was helping someone out. You cautiously go back outside the next day. Children from the neighborhood surround you. They all saw you get trampled, and now they ask you the same question. What was it like to die? Thomas rescues you from their pestering. He pushes the motley crew aside, hugs you, and pats you on the back. Nice. Look at you, buddy. You gave an entire life to keep a girl safe. Then you see Sophia. She is standing nearby, shyly working up the courage to walk over to you. Soon she finally approaches you and begins speaking rapidly. Piper, why did you throw yourself in front of those horses? My life isn't worth any more than yours, so why did you think that? I got some stats. Just one of the stats. You weren't supposed to die there. It was all those riders' fault. They deserve to die, not you. Her voice rises to a shriek. She suddenly stops and runs back home. What? A shriek? What happened to her? You stare where you are, watching her run, the golden rays of the sun dancing in her braided hair. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Alright. Your neighbor. Okay, new character unlocked. Lost some willpower. Sensible of life, yep, exactly. Lives are a resource. I've learned that a long time ago playing Hearthstone. Doesn't matter how much health you have, you only need one. Willpower, okay, let's get Sophia. Yes, 10 years. I am only 10 years old. King energy was too much for her. Yeah, totally. Alright, let me grab some water, 1 second. Oh. Yeah, whenever I tab back, it just skips a page for some reason. Sophia disappeared after the terrible news with the horses. Her friends gossiped that her parents sent her off to serve a rich, noble dynasty. You haven't seen each other since that day, but you still remember Sophia's eyes, the sunlight shining in them, but no matter what, life goes on. Oh no, you don't even see her again. Wait a minute, that doesn't add up. I have a whole page for her in the relations book. She must come back. Alright, anyway, you're 10 years old now. Your studies continue and you are learning more about the land you live in. Anizote is an ancient city in an imperial province by the name of Magra. All soil in Magra was turned to ash eons ago, scorched by magic during the rebellion of Duke Char Melanides. Sure, that sounds right-ish, I guess. The magical arts are all but gone now, but the scorched earth has remained barren and infertile ever since. Whoa, cursed land. Since then, the entire province has lain barren, tormented by cold and scorching winds in equal measure, with few precious plants taking root on their own. All fertile land in Magra is bought elsewhere and brought here by an endless caravan of carts and carriages. To pay for food and soil, the cities of Magra became skilled in many trades, primarily mining and digging for metals and stone. Oh, that's pretty crazy. You actually have to buy land in this world. Like you buy the soil so you can plant things. But at that point, wouldn't it be better to just buy the food? I guess maybe you only have to buy the soil once, maybe? How's that work? You guys know about paving? Okay, anyway, last fall there was an explosion just outside the city, followed by clouds of thick smoke. The first such incident frightened the citizens. But then explosions and smoke became an everyday occurrence. Soon everyone grew used to it. Okay. Father explains that the miners are using a new invention called gunpowder. It makes it easier for them to reach the precious stones and metals buried deep within the earth. Then one day a thunderous explosion rocks the city and black billowing smoke covers the houses. An accident. People are stuck in their homes, all windows tightly shut. The air is impossible to breathe. Nathan coughs all the time. Gloria and you cough only when nobody is watching. If Mother hears it, she'll make you inhale those hot herbal vapors just like Nathan. Okay. Hot herbal vapors. That seems kind of like a good time actually. But no. Air isn't hot. Okay. Takes 2 days for the black smoke to disperse. People pour out onto the streets to meet their friends. Thomas is eager to share everything he knows about this incident with you. Some insider info. They took lots of burned out people to the city temple. Mother told me she was helping the healers. Ooh. Big explosion. Get sick, get lit. Monkas. Is it sickness? Yeah. You're right. You get the cough, you gotta hit the bong. There are many rumors. Some claim it was the work of a beast stirred from its slumber, while others say it's the surviving witches that continue to threaten the Order and the Empire with their accursed powers. But as for you, you patiently wait for Father to come back home, and then you'll ask him about it. Father spends day and night working at the prefecture where Mother spends all her time in prayer. While Mother spends all her time in prayer. Okay. It takes a full week for Father to finally come home, and he's almost completely spent. What's Grandpa doing? Grandpapa. What is he doing in this time of great crisis? You muster enough courage during dinner to ask him what happened outside the city. Father raises his head, his face a bleak, weary mask, and starts muttering his proclamation. It's almost as if he doesn't see you. It's the mine outside the city. They were trying to get to a vein of ore. There was an explosion. The mine caved in and the black smoke started flowing. Many workers died there. It was all because Count L. Velasco, who owns the mines, wanted them to start mining that vein before they were ready. Alright. Maybe that was a Freudian slip there. What? Trying to get to a vein of ore. There was an explosion. The mine caved in. So how come the black smoke started flowing after? From only one explosion? Did the explosion... It was bigger than they expected or something? Some of the workers weren't even reborn. What? Used up their lives, maybe. Perhaps the twins thought their final time had come. The prefecture has been inundated with complaints from families that have lost their breadwinners, asking the judges for help. Many people also lost their cattle to the black smoke. Count L. Velasco blames gunpowder for the disaster. The prefecture and the newspapers just repeat whatever he says, but it's plain old greed and tyranny of noblemen that are to blame. Why the welfare of our province is always paid for with commoner lives. Yeah, why? Why, Dad? Why? Dad, you're a judge. You're a just man. You gotta do something about it, man. Sir Brante. Do something about it, Sir Brante. Then, without warning, he grows silent again. You keep thinking about it for days. Can a human life really end so easily? No, I guess not. Yeah, that's true. But you get 3 more. So it has to... It's not one moment of bad luck. You need 4. You need 4 in a row. Then you die. Yep. Single moment of bad luck and you die, only to emerge from the temple or the family crypt with a new black mark on your arm. Or worse, you remain where you fell, dead, never to be reborn again. Ever. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Imagine not coming back after you die. That's insane, yo. Off of Magra. Okay. Wow, okay. So in the end, we got richer, man. We got richer. But the order is decreasing. The people are getting restless. People are rising up. Rising up. During lunch, Father tells you to stay home in the evening and prepare to meet some important guests. Your elder brother Stefan will return home by dinner tonight. Joining him will be your grandfather Gregor Brante, as well as a noble friend of the family. You're excited about your brother's return. It has been years since you last saw him. How has he changed during his years away from home? Yeah, people die when they are killed? That's crazy, man. What the heck? Or, actually in this game people don't die when they are killed. That's even crazier. You and Father await the guests anxiously. The doorbell rings. 3 people are standing outside. Grandfather is the first to come in, naturally. He has not changed a bit since his last visit, still eyeing the house with contempt, looking for any reason to demean it. Damn, Grandpa, how you stay so young? How you look so good for your age, Grandpa? Grandfather is followed by a stately young man dressed in a jacket embroidered in silver, whom you barely recognize as your brother. Stefan casts a glance at your threadbare clothes, your dirty fingernails, and smirks. Ooh, son of a bitch. He's so smug. This guy is so smug. The last to enter the house is a personable gentleman with a worn-out, wrinkled face. You have heard a lot about this man from father and grandfather. He is Baron Augustin Elborn, Stefan's uncle, a family friend, and the province perfect, which means that he's the head judge and thus father superior. Okay, boss man. Sir Brante smiles slightly. Oh, sorry. Sir Elborn smiles slightly and offers you his hand. Okay. Shake it, shake it. And this must be your younger son Piper, yes? You have your father's eyes, young man. Okay, thank you. Okay, my name's Piper. My name's Yev. Father bows slightly to grandfather and Sir Elborn. But there is a moment of quiet when Stefan's turn comes. Father reaches out to him awkwardly, expecting an embrace. There is a question in Stefan's eyes as he looks at grandfather. The old man shakes his head almost imperceptibly. Ooh. It's like, no, don't hug him. We noblemen oughtn't put our emotions on public display, father. Not even after a lengthy separation. There is no embrace. Instead, Stefan nods to father curtly. He responds in kind, his face devoid of emotion. After the greeting, you proceed to the sitting room. Elborn is the first to enter. He kisses mother's hand and Gloria's too, and tussles Nathan's hair after he sees him hiding by the table. Yep. Grandfather acknowledges them with a glum nod. Greetings, Lydia Brante. I remember you were kind to me when I was but a child, and you must be Nathan. You could barely walk when I saw you last. What do you mean, but a child? How old is he? Probably not that old. Wait. Lydia Brante. Okay, so that's my mom, right? Okay, I thought he was talking to my sister for a second, but that's Gloria. Okay, not even a greeting. Wow, this guy's savage, dude. You proceed to the dining room in a dignified manner and take your seats. The dishes smell delicious, but they merely punctuate the overwhelming tension at the table. Elborn is the only one with a friendly smile on his face. Augustin Elborn. The dinner is splendid, Lydia. Did you choose the dishes yourself? You have a truly refined palate. It warms my heart to know Stefan spent his early years with you. Womanly care always does a child good, no matter the estate. The fork freezes in the air halfway to your mouth. You expect many things from a noble of the sword, but words of praise for a low-born woman are not one of them. You cast a glance at grandfather. He looks like he is about to choke on those words. Yo, what the hell? It would do my grandson more good to stay at boarding school among his equals. Like, wouldn't you want to be more graceful to the commoners if you're a noble? Mr. Gregor. Please, Gregor. Parenting is no less important. Nothing can replace a mother's love, I cannot deny it. It saddens me greatly that my late sister could not be there to raise Stefan. But there was still a family for him, and he was surrounded by love. How could that be bad? And besides, his father was by his side all the while. A father's example is always the best. After all, Robert earned the judge's rank the same way you did. Your grandson will surely follow in his footsteps. And who knows, perhaps even the younger man of the Brante family will contribute to the... Cut off. You clumsy, low-born cretin! Everyone is startled by the sudden outburst. Grandfather's face turns red. He's glaring at a young lady servant holding a pitcher over a glass. Stefan is sitting right next to her, dabbing on a napkin on a fresh stain on his jacket. Uh-oh. Be gone this instant! Alright, so... I guess that's how you tell when people are rude. Guess they're rude to servants. Yikes. Because the nobleman, like Mr. Elborn, isn't actually that rude to the commoners, maybe. So he's just grandpa that's mean-spirited. The lady servant runs away, leaving the pitcher on a small table by the door. After a quiet moment, Elborn smiles again. It appears the servants have left us, yet dinner is far from over. Either that or this Elborn character is like a sociopath, and he's like a supervillain. Worry not, uncle. There are enough commoners at this table to keep us served with food and drink. Whoa, what the fuck? Stefan has no chill, dude. Stefan glares at Gloria across the table. She is sitting right next to you. She shrinks down and hunches over under his gaze. Father furrows his brows. Mother covers her mouth with trembling hands. Grandfather sneers. Stefan's gaze does not move. The silence lasts far too long. Then she starts to rise from her chair. If the Brante gentleman so wish it. Her hands clench into fists under the table. How can he bring himself to humiliate his own family, his own mother and sister like this? It is all grandfather's doing. Stefan could not even bring himself to embrace father without his permission. And yet, they are noblemen, and they have the right to act this way. If there is any way this dinner can become even more unbearable, you do not want to see it. Okay. Saw your brother. Ooh, bad blood. 'Cause now we got bad blood. And then it's a me problem. Yeah, how do you end up with someone like Stefan in the family? It's not like my mom or my dad are bad parents or anything, right? Guess maybe it's the influence of grandpa, but it always seemed like he had that part of that in him, right? Kind of like a sadistic part of like wanting to just assert his own superiority all the time. Okay, make small talk at dinner. To get some nobility. Get my grandpa to like me more, but I don't care. I don't care about my grandpa liking me more. I don't care about nobility. I'm gonna help Gloria in her plight. Yeah, solidarity with the commoners, kind of playing both sides, I guess. You deliberate for a moment, then take the napkin off your lap and rise to join Gloria. A moment later, you hear the sound of another chair moving. Your mother joins you. And you can have my axe, and my bow, and my washing cloth, and my detergent. The three of you now refill glasses, serve food, and clear away dirty dishes. Sir Elborn tries to make small talk with father, but in vain, so he focuses his attention on grandfather and Stefan. Grandfather is pleased to inform him of Stefan's achievements at the boarding school, especially his exemplary sword fighting skills. Yeah, I feel like as the person here with the most chances to become a noble, maybe it's kind of my responsibility to be graceful and help out with doing these chores, maybe, because otherwise it'll actually be super depressing if it's just mom and my sister doing it. Now it becomes, like more of a family thing, like, oh, okay, we're just we're doing this to be polite to you instead of we're doing it because we're forced to. I don't know, it just maybe feels less humiliating for my sister. He constantly stresses the importance of your elder brother for the future of the family. You listen to him dispassionately as you continue serving new dishes to the table. As you wait at the nobleman's table, you, your sister, and mother never bump into each other. Your labor is impeccable. Grandfather could not have found fault with it even if he tried. Your shoulders and back are aching, but being a manservant inside your own house hurts even more. That's true. When the guests finally leave, Mother and Gloria embrace you with relief. You did not neglect your relatives and shared their humiliation. and the composure that you have shown gave you new strength. Okay, that's good, that's good. Your shoulders and... oh, I already read that. Okay, more willpower. That's good, I needed that. Does that make sense for my willpower to go up? Didn't it cost willpower to have restraint? Right? Doesn't it cost more willpower to have restraint? To not punch your... like to not insult your brother or whatever? To suck it up and be humble? Hot, dry wind sweeps through the city from the barren lands around it. The noble residents of Anazote prefer to remain in their chambers, while the commoners huddle in tents or in shade of the silver tree. You're on an errand right now. Your father wrote a letter to a noble acquaintance, and you are to deliver it. You are to deliver it. Thomas, the boy down the street, is tagging along. The two of you are inseparable now. I don't really... okay, does your character have an overarching plan, goal, or are you just going through a rough life situation? I don't really have a overarching goal yet, or at least my character doesn't, but I am almost trying to play it in such a way that I want to figure out more about the religion in the game, and I want to challenge the way things already work, I guess, is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, right now I don't really have... my character doesn't have a goal, because I think it's still the beginning of the game. So you're kind of still young, you are... things just happen to you, I think, and you are farming stats, basically, at this stage of the game. Yeah. And it's also my first playthrough, so I can't really say too much about it. The errand is an easy one, so you decide... okay, the sound effect's pretty loud sometimes. The errand is an easy one, so you decide to take this opportunity to loiter around the part of Anazote where the nobles live. True, dude. That's so relatable, like, when I'm at work. When I'm at work, and my task is easy. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna chill out for most of the day and then finish my tasks at the end of the day. Haha, haha. So here you are in the middle of the city square, resting on the ancient breakwork by the old fountain in the merciful shade of the gargantuan silver tree. Thomas is by your side, lazily slouching on the edge of the fountain's basin. Okay. What's gonna happen to him? You gonna fall in? It's a hard life for commoners like you and me. Either you break your back in a workshop day and night, hoping someone will buy your goods someday, or you become a manservant to some noble. You never get a chance to enjoy life. That's true, dude. It's so unfair. This is our lot, you remind him. No, don't remind him. No, we work and endure and suffer. But Thomas waves your words away. Dude, he gets it. My man gets it. Yeah, I know all that already. Mother keeps drilling that stuff into me. We must be humble. Our strength is patience and persistence. So yeah, I say, but I want to make my fortune no matter what. So how ain't that living by my lot, I ask you? I don't know. It's lots works in mysterious ways, my friend. But the lots, they ain't easy. Let's take you, for example, Brante. Your father's a nobleman, but even if that didn't make you one, just look at your hands. You never had to work as hard as me. But we have the same lot, so we're supposed to suffer the same. Or look at your father, he's a judge. He toils at the prefecture day and night doing his judging. But he's a noble? I've never seen an Archnean work as hard as he does. True, my guy. Dude, this guy... I thought he was a hothead before. Like a, you know, punchy man. But he's actually like a philosopher, man. He's questioning the system. You shrug. The Archneans are a different race. Hmm? Are they? My dad's a different race? Is it just like a class thing? Is it a different race metaphorically? Hmm? Am I half Archnean? The books say they were born to rule over humans. They are never commoners, always nobles of the sort by birth. They founded the empire after subduing all the human kingdoms on the continent. Humans will never be their equals. Archneans are always better, smarter, stronger, and their skin is a noble shade of blue. Ooh, if the books are to be believed, of course. You have never seen one yourself. Okay, so obviously my dad's not an Archnean. So is he just saying he's never seen an Archnean work as hard as he does, just like as a saying? Like, oh, you know, this guy works really hard. I've never seen, I don't know, what's someone who works hard? Never seen, never mind. Your ideal chatter is suddenly interrupted by a rugged-looking guardsman dressed in black and green. He chases you away from the fountain. Common rebel like you have no place here. You hear the clattering of hooves and wheels against the cobblestones, and see flags bearing a coat of arms. A sable serpent on a field of vert. It makes you squirm. Yeah, you killed me. I got killed by one of those horses. It is the Archduke's coat of arms, the Melanidas dynasty. Every time I say that word, I'm probably saying it wrong. The carriage door opens, revealing a young lady in a luxurious dress. You cannot look away from her. Those dainty shoulders suggested, but not revealed by the cut of her dress. Her black hair cascading over them, her stately slim silhouette, her pouty lips and prim nose, and those eyes, dark like the night sky. The way she moves fluidly, gracefully. And most incredible of all, her skin glows an azure blue. She is a masterpiece given life. She is an Archnean. Oh my god, blue people. Clear the way for me. The Melanidas guardsmen work quickly to clear the way to the fountain for the Archnean lady. The searing sun dances on her skin in bizarre patterns. With one elegant motion, she reveals a handkerchief, then leans over the basin and wipes her head and neck with its cool water. Thomas, well, I'll be. That's Octavia Melanidas, our Archduke's own daughter. The Archnean turns away and proceeds gracefully back to her carriage. You see something slip out of her hand and fall onto the cobblestones right next to you. Her handkerchief. It is right there by your feet. Intricate craftsmanship. Expensive woven fabric, delicately decorated with emerald filigree. Your heart skips a beat. Will you dare draw the beautiful Archnean's attention in order to return her lost possession? Or would you rather not attempt to cross the chasm between you and her? I can give it back, but it's gonna cost willpower. Stash the trophy, but it's gonna cost me becoming a creeper. Or keep the handkerchief as a memento, which is even more of a creeper, right? But I guess it makes sense. Like, you don't, maybe you're afraid of her. Don't really wanna. Oh, I'm just but a common lowly commoner. I don't wanna get in your way. Should I use 5 willpower for it? I guess it's okay. Matters of the heart, destiny. That's probably a romance option, maybe, probably. Let's see. Yep. Oh, but not really a romance option. Just feelings. Just feelings. You just feel it. Doesn't happen because she's too high and mighty. But maybe one day because she remembers you. Fuck, I don't want to farm willpower though. Oh my god. That's tough. Alright, let's do it. I'm farming content. As in, I want to see interesting things instead of farming up willpower. It'll probably prevent me from seeing interesting things later on, but you know, whatever. takes a moment to overcome your fear. You follow the young lady Melanidas and call out to her in a nervous voice. She turns around, her beautiful face marred by a puzzled expression. You extend the dropped handkerchief towards her. That's gonna hurt. Yikes. Okay, probably. Does having lowered willpower lock you out of certain speech options? Yep. Yeah, for example, just now, I couldn't pick that if I had willpower lower than 0, I think. Yeah. So I had to spend willpower to get that option. Lady Octavia's face contorts to a sneer. She signs to the guardsman indifferently. The guardman's gauntlet-clad hand slaps you in the face. It rings your head like a heavy bell. Your nose cracks obediently under the staggering force. The rest of you follow suit, and you fall prone. You can discern the guardsman's voice through the painful din in your ears. Should I take the handkerchief back, lady? After a commoner's hand have befouled it, let him wipe himself with it for all I care. Oh no. The carriage drives away. Thomas runs up to you and drags you back to the fountain. Your head is still ringing from the blow. The faithful handkerchief is still crumpled in your hand. Okay, remembers you. Okay. Ouch. Is that what you mean by it'll hurt? Ouch. Oof. Oof. Alright. Well, at least it's not too much. Event has happened. Okay, yeah. I'm farming for all these token events. Give me them. Give me them. 12 years old. Dude, but why would you have romantic feelings for someone like that? She just asked her guard to slap you. Yikes. Oh no. What type of person is Brante? Oh no. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna get some more water. Be right back. 1 second. That's like it. Years old now. You overhear important conversation. How old was that lady anyway? Hello. Sorry, mic was not close just now. Yeah, how old was that lady anyway? If I was 11, And she wasn't too much older, right? Probably? Why is she so rude to a child? I'm only 11. What the heck? Sometimes these novels are like just so over exaggeratedly rude for some reason. I guess maybe people are like that. Some people. Anyway, 12 years old now, you overhear an important conversation. It is a spring night and Mother has just sent everyone to bed. You walk past Father's study and hear voices coming from beyond the door. Grandfather is yelling and Father is replying quietly. The elder Brante men are fighting, arguing about the place of commoners in the city. You sneak outside to avoid Mother's attention and hide next to the open window of the study. Perhaps they'll mention you too. That lowlife idiot had the gall to pay me a visit and beg me for some service. He had the insolence to ask me outright. He thought I was going to support his claim for the chairman's seat in the Lessiquarium. How dare he? Okay, that lowlife. Father, please listen. Mayor Eggman may have been lowborn, but he carries a lot of clout in Magra. He owns 5 iron mines. A friend like him could be quite useful. Should he become the chairman of the Lessiquarium, we'll have favors, we'll have power. I don't give a damn who this Eggman is, Robert. What he is, however, is lowborn. His lot is humility and obedience. The likes of him can never rule anything. They're nothing but a flock of sheep that need a firm, noble hand to guide them. Bro, he's so classist, dude. This guy's so classist. Lotsist is the word, maybe. He's, yeah, how do nobles become nobles too, man? Wasn't Gregor a common too? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, didn't he work his own way up to become a judge? So why is he so rude against lowborn people? Okay, anyway, I wasted so many years trying to quash that Quorum decree, but that accursed Cornelius Tempus did everything in his power to make the Emperor sign that pathetic screed. What's a screed? And now even lowlives can wield power. True power, Robert! Okay. Oh, but is he still a lowborn? Is he still a commoner? Maybe that's his problem with him. He's probably not a commoner, right? Like the way commoners are treated in this city, I can't believe that a commoner would be mayor, so he's probably a noble, so... Bro, Gregor, you just make no sense, man. Gregor, you know, you know what? It looks like you're just angry and trying to use the system as the right, I don't know, trying to use the system as an excuse to shit on people. Just the right to discuss the size of the Archduke's tax, nothing more. That is only the beginning. What's next? Are they going to arm the lowlives now? Yes, please. Make them into judges? Sure, why not? Yes. If the Empire rejects the foundations and the lots, the entire edifice will crumble. Bah, who am I telling this to? It is already crumbling. And you, my son and heir, are harbinger of its destruction. Father, I'm begging you. I do not wish to marry a 3rd time. Lydia is a good wife and a dutiful mother to my children. If you would only allow her to... I will allow them nothing. Neither Edmund nor that freeloading wench of yours. What will you want me to do next? Live by the laws of the lowborn? I can already see where this is going, and I'd rather run my own sword through my gut than live in a country where nobles and lowlives share the same rights. Yikes, dude. Yikes, dude. No, something... What if something were to happen to this guy in his sleep, you know? I'll just... Oops. He's getting old, you know what? Anything could happen. My only dream is to see the name of the Brante in the Blue Book. But that dream will never come true. They will never call me Venerable El Brante. And it's all because of this marriage of yours. My only hope now is to hear Stefan addressed in such a manner one day. Thank the twins I didn't let you ruin the boy. He's about to grow up a true nobleman. His children will bear the name of El Brante. So we're not L's, is what he's saying. You gotta be like a nobleman of the sword, probably, to be an L Brante. Those spineless milksops from the common lot, they're incapable of anything. The best your middle son could do is sneak into the Imperial College and get ennobled by the mantle. Although I have grave doubts about even that. As for the downtrodden Nathan, I hold out no hope for him whatsoever. So I can sneak out. Hear grandfather's heavy footsteps, the thudding of his cane, and the slamming of the door. It's time to sneak back home before you're discovered. So I got some intel. Is that what happened? I got intel. I can become a noble if I sneak somewhere. Started studying at the school of Sir Tibor and began to master the sciences. Alright. I got no choice in the matter, but that's just what happens when you're a 12-year-old. And I'm completely immersed. No choice in my education at all. Finally, the day comes when the teachers stop coming to the house. But before you can breathe a sigh of relief and put away the books, Father asks you to come to his study. Storm of expectations. You've grown, my son. It's time for you to continue your education away from home. I've chosen a deserving school for you, Sir Tibor's School for the children of noblemen and well-off commoners. Oh. So you're saying noblemen and well-off commoners get to go to the same school? That's crazy, man. That's against the law. Naturally, it is not a boarding school for nobles, so you will study there during the day and come home in the evening. Okay? You share the news with your best friend Thomas. So is he gonna be jealous or is he gonna laugh at me? Haha, you gotta study. We'll see. Sir Tibor School, eh? Yeah, I gotta ask my parents to send me there too. Damn, this guy. As soon as they get the coin together, Father says his workshop has toiled day and night for years to save up for my education. Damn, dude. These children, they're also mature. They know that education is the way. The school is based in an ancient estate of Arcadian design. Oh, I'm there already, okay. The classrooms are tall and spacious, with massive benches. The sounds of scraping quills and lectures on history and imperial law and theology echo under the vaulted ceilings. The rules are strict, the lessons tiring. Restless Thomas keeps getting distracted, and several times he gets his hand slapped with a stick for it. Every teacher demands flawless mastery of their subject. Okay. Oh, so Thomas got in too. Like, right about the same time. That's nice. Thomas seems like the guy who would get accepted into like a Ivy League college and then drop out to start his own company, you know? Every day, Father asks you about your studies. You've already told him twice how Magra joined the Empire and how the Nobles' Court of Honor is different from the Commoners' Civil Court in the city prefecture. Okay. But Father keeps pressuring you to work even harder. Huh, interesting that the Nobles' Court is called the Court of Honor. Is it maybe not bound by laws? That'd be interesting if the nobles were like literally above the law. And all they had to do was decide upon things with their honor, maybe? Maybe? Thomas has like 0 in. Really? Dude, he seems pretty smart to me. He's asking the big questions, you know? When it is time to go to bed, Mother will not let you go to sleep until you recite a newly learned prayer from her. And when it is time to go to school, you promise her every day that you will behave with great humility and steer clear of insolent behavior of any kind. For you to still live by the commoner's lot, and that lot is hard work and suffering. Yay, suffering, yay. I know, it seems like kind of a bad idea to send your commoner children to the same school as the noble children. Like, speaking from a noble point of view, right? If you want to oppress the commoners as much as possible, you probably wouldn't want to teach them the same things that you're teaching your own kids, because then the revolution is coming. You know what I mean? Then they'll see like, hey, what? How come we're learning the same things and I'm just as smart as you, but I gotta suffer? You know, this kind. Yeah. I will see you later. Yep, yep. I mean, one of the chapters is literally called The Revolt, so yeah. Thomas is like the Shonen Pro-Tax friend. Yeah, that's what I was saying. When I first met him, he's like the guy that at first when you meet him, he's like angry and uh pugnacious, I guess is the word. Like he likes to fight. And then after you fight him, you become best friends and his personality completely changes. And you add him to the squad. He's part of the party now. Yeah. Your first month in school draws to a close, and the teachers announce that there will be exams at the end of the month to determine the best and the worst students in each subject. Nice, rankings. Fantastic. Father insists that you devote all your spare time to studying law and history if you wish to follow in his footsteps. But when you speak to Mother every day, you start considering theology. You still remember the revelations and divine visions that came to you in your earliest years. True? The gods are real. I have seen it. It is known. Law and history. Okay, that makes sense. Do I get a choice of what I study then? You only have one more day until the exam. You have locked yourself in your room. It is already getting late. Your desk is covered with handwritten notes surrounded by leather-bound books. Just looking at them makes you queasy, but you have to read through all of them again, at least for one of your subjects. There's a nagging thought on your mind. Thomas ended up in big trouble the other day. He got in a fight with several boys who lived next street. They heard about your wooden fortress and got in an outrage by the fortification. Wait, what? Got in an outrage by the fortification built by commoners. Okay, so they're mad because we built stuff. Isn't that our job, bruh? Aren't we supposed to labor away building things? Huh? Thomas, they swore to dismantle it outright. Tonight. Thomas swore he would defend the fortress until the end. Perhaps you should abandon the books to rescue a friend in need. Yeah. Did they even die once? Didn't think so. Me? I've been dead twice. But then you hear your little brother Nathan knocking at the door. He stands there shyly, not saying a word. He often does that, standing still and staying speechless until either you speak first or he runs away. But this time he actually says something. Do not rescue. The door is locked. Are you okay, Piper? Is there anything I can do to help? Can I delegate? Nathan, can you go fight with Thomas, actually? I'm a master in resource allocation. Nathan? Can I send Nathan to go help Thomas? Where's that option? It is not there. I see. Ooh, I do be liking the theology. But it's a bit scary how my stats are all still so low. Your head is spinning. This is the last evening before the school exam. If you fail, your family will be very disappointed. You have to refresh your memory on law or theology, either one or the other. What if I just be smart? Damn it. Can't study both. But Thomas and your fort are about to be stormed. Why today of all days? You grind your teeth in rage at the thought. Nathan's by the door, trying not to bother you. He wants to help you the only way he can for reasons known only to him. Will you accept his help? What? He wants to help me. Wants to help me. Huh? How are you helping me by... Okay, you can help me by going to help Thomas, but he's not doing that. Thomas' root angers you. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to save Thomas right here. I mean, he is a bro, but at the same time, ingenuity is a stat for the commoners. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal if they're not actual spoilers. Okay, okay. Alright, I'm gonna study theology, I guess. Ooh, which should I study? I want law and history, maybe. Okay, God damn it. Okay, let me see. What will push this over the edge for me? Having one more stat with this guy? Does it unlock any doors for me? And no. Gregor Brante. And no. Okay. Participate in the ritual. Nobleman's Sacrament. What is that actually? I forgot about it. Oh, it's what I did at my sacrament. Right, okay. Revelation of the experience of revelation. Stick a silver tree. Okay. No idea how to get that. Okay, I can either get Gloria's Secret or Seven's Secret or Nathan's blah blah. I should farm one of my stats first, then I'll bring it up to 4. Alright, okay. Stop stalling, just pick. Okay, you push Nathan out of the room. He cannot possibly help you prepare for the exam. With him out of the way, you delve into the books on theology. Theology? Your mind is awash with the names of saints and zealots and concepts of the divine. Your studies tire you out so much that you fall asleep among the books until Mother wakes you up gently and sends you off to bed. Come morning, you barely have the time to wake up before you are walking to the menacing edifice of the school. The entire day is a constant stream of school subjects demanding knowledge, questions demanding answers. Okay. You demonstrate satisfactory knowledge of law and history, though you are somewhat confused by the technicalities and chronological order. It feels like the day will never end, but the end does come at last. The theology exam. As luck would have it, it is the final test of the day. Come on, ace it. Blood rights for your family. That's some old country shit. True. No, I'm not a mate, man. But I think, so like, in this world, there's things called sacraments, I think, where you kind of accept your lot. So there's like the lot of the commoner, the lot of the nobleman, and the lot of the clergy, I think. Yeah, and commoners have to like get whipped, so that's why it was bloody. And noblemen have to like kiss a sword. But then I refused to get whipped and I kissed the sword instead, because I didn't want to accept my fate. And then I still got whipped. So that was that. The teacher, a priest, starts asking you questions. Surprising even yourself, you provide coherent answers for all of them. Ooh, there's a hidden oral portion of the exam too. You quote eminent theologians on why and how the lot of the clergy is to provide spiritual guidance to the other estates. When the questions require examples, you quote prayers and lives of saints you have read with Mother. You earn the highest grade on this exam. Alright. Okay. What's gonna happen with my relationship with Thomas? Is he gonna get mad? Back home, you're overjoyed to tell Mother how you aced the theology exam. She pets you on the head gently and says you should tell Father how you did in history and law. Ruh-roh. That I gotta be, I'm sorry. Alright, spirituality. Okay. Yeah, definitely want to reach like the next phase, and then I'll begin farming my other stats maybe. Okay, 11:30 fall, noble titles. Your education continues. As you study imperial law, you come to realize that there is a certain hierarchy even within the noble estate. It seems your father's status is not quite equal to that of more eminent humans and Arcnian gentry. Gentry, what a fancy word. The gentry. You return home with this new information at your disposal. Father asks you about school after dinner, as he always does. Dad, why aren't you one of the higher ranking nobles, Dad? Dad, what did you do wrong in your life, Dad? And what's the difference between nobles of the mantle and those of the sword, Piper? Oh, I didn't know that. Nobles of the mantle were a thing. You already have an answer ready. The latter status is hereditary, meaning that it is passed down from father to son. What do you think about that? So the sword is hereditary? Okay. After the Arcnians, nobles of the sword are the most eminent humans in the empire. Okay, they own lands and estates. They fill offices of the highest ranks, and the names of their bloodlines are preserved within the Great Blue Book. Okay. Are they the L's? The L Brantes? L Brunos? Nobility of the sword can only be granted only by the overseer of the province of the emperor himself. Oh, or the emperor himself, okay. Only be granted, but okay, sure, man, sure. And how are such eminent people addressed? With L's. Yeah, dude, I already know, man. I'm so good at this. I'm such a good schoolboy. Yeah. Wait, that came out funny. With the honorific L before their last name, you respond. Sir Augustin L. Bourne, for example. That's true. Father pets you on the shoulder, clearly pleased. And what about the Argnians and their status? What have you learned about them? The Argnians stand above all human gentry. They are born to rule over humans regardless of their titles. No L is required when addressing them. They need no honorifics, for the names of their ancient dynasties are known to all. Interesting. Father notes, not somberly. Why can't we be as cool as the blue people? Sag. Are there other races as well? I wonder. Are there like elves? Have you heard of the High Elves? Yes, we can never be their equals. Do whatever an Arcnian tells you and never defy them, ever. And what about grandfather and me? Where do we stand as nobles? That is easy. Father and grandfather are nobles of the mantle. This title cannot be inherited, but it can be earned by any commoner as a reward for great service to the empire in the legion or as a civil servant. Treadstone Project? That's what Elborn knows of the Treadstone Project. I have no idea what that means. Is that a reference to something? Father suddenly grows quiet and looks you in the eye intently. Yes, and someday you will earn a noble title too, son. All in due time. Interesting. This society is kind of like trying to have it both ways, you know? Like trying to have your cake and eat it too, somehow. Like on one hand, they are telling everyone to follow their lot and, you know, accept your lot of suffering. And on the other hand, it's like, oh, but if you work hard enough, you just work hard enough, then you can become a noble. Anyone can become a noble. That is so strange. Bad movie jokes. I mean, sure. Go ahead. I don't know them, but go ahead. If Robert was a commoner, then that means Gregor also didn't marry a noble woman. Really? Is that true? Maybe it is true. Well, you could say maybe he married first while he was still a commoner, and then he earned his title later on in his life. Maybe. But yeah, something about Gregor's backstory doesn't add up. It does not add up. But I guess he's just mad at Robert, maybe. Like, he didn't have a chance to marry a noble woman, so he's so mad when his son does it by choice. I'm not you, Dad. I'm gonna make my own choices. That was your dream, Dad, not mine. Right. Ahem. Setibro School teaches children of all stripes. Nobles of the mantle and low-born parents can send their sons here. Oh, what about the girls though? Roro. One social struggle at a time, I guess. And every passing day, the children of noblemen invent new ways to snub and bully the commoners. Most of the time, the bully leading them is Diederic. Diederic? Diederic. Fuck. His name is making me die, Derek. The son of the secretary for the imperial chancellery and a self-important slob. The sons of noblemen never pick on you. However, they know that your father has been ennobled by the mantle. Okay, they don't pick on me because they know I'm a fighter, you know? Not really a fighter. I'm a priest main right now. That's my personality. Yeah, I'm a priest main right now. Oh, you better be careful. I'm gonna assert you. I'm gonna assert you up. And just you wait until I get one more point, then I'm really gonna soulful you up. No, it doesn't make sense. However, Diederick and his retinue soon choose Thomas as their favorite victim. Time and time again, you ask your friend not to pay them any mind, but again and again, Thomas grows angry and snaps at their self-satisfied mockery. It is early morning. The students are busy flocking to the classroom for the next lesson. You wave Thomas over when you see him. He waves back at you. And then a bucket full of slop splashes on him. What's slop? Like food? Maybe like food waste? Needless to say, it is the work of Diederick and his entourage. You hear his familiar creaky laughter. The tailor's son stinks. How dare he sit next to decent folk? Thomas clenches his fist. You know, whenever I don't know how to pronounce like a name properly, kind of want to just alternate my pronunciation. It's chaotic. Full chaos. Diederick, you're dead, Diederick. Thomas Guerrero says. He throws himself at Diederick's haughty entourage like a soldier ready to wage war. He attacks them first. This is just what they expected, and they are free to retaliate. He barely makes one movement before 4 pairs of hands grab him at once. Diederick sneers and kicks your friend in the belly. Thomas gasps for air and starts coughing. You stand between them and Diederick readies another kick. The nobleman's son cocks an eyebrow. Why do you mingle with commoners, he asks. Your father is noble of the mantle. You ought to be friends with your own kind, your equals, not the dirt beneath your feet. We are one and the same. We're one and the same. Behind him, 4 boys hold Thomas down and as he struggles furiously. The other students are watching you, frozen in fear. Diederick haughtily extends a hand to you. He clearly expects you to shake it. What will you do? Fight! Turn him over to the teachers. I ain't no snitch. Admonish the nobleman's son. Children of the parents who have been ennobled by the mantle still bear the commoner's lot. Dude, this is such nerd shit, man. It's such a nerdy thing to do. Like, actually, I'm actually still a commoner, so I have to, you know, I have to follow my lot and be friends with the commoner. Bruh, this isn't the way to go, man. He's right, being friends with the sons. Can shake his hand, but more reputation, but more sadness for Thomas. That's a no. Of course I'm not gonna do this. It's either throw hands. Yeah, I think there's only one thing to do here. Throw hands, baby. Check my stats. What stat would I check for? How would I know? It's time to throw hands, baby. Yeah, I kind of want to farm more nobility. I think if I was trying to unlock spirituality first, but I ain't a nerd. I ain't a snitch either. Guess I gotta fight. Bro, is this how people feel? Is this what toxic masculinity is? When you feel like you just gotta fight? Oh no, I'm part of the problem. Anyway, he's about to get it. Let's go! You do not shake his hand. Instead, you challenge Diederick to display at least some dignity by fighting you one-on-one. Yeah, pick on someone your own social economic status. That is, if he considers himself a nobleman's son, of course. Diederick's face grows serious. There is no way for him to refuse this challenge in public. That's right, brother. Am I gonna get a new shonen character party member? I don't think so. I don't think Diederick and Thomas will ever be friends. But we will fight. Diederick makes a sign and Thomas is released and pushed to the floor. He gets back on his feet, cursing and itching to rush at them again, but you hold your friend back. Yeah, let me, brother. Let me do it. The teacher of Imperial Law comes into the room just in time. Everyone immediately returns to their seats. Safe by the bell. A day full of lessons begin. You keep daydreaming of Derrick's face and how you are going to put an end to that nasty smile of his. Yeah, I'm gonna make him die, Derrick. Damn it, I shouldn't have made that joke earlier, because now I've just ruined it. So now I'm just repeating it. Damn it. Misplay. Let's catch that bastard together and clean his clock. You heard me, not you. Clean his clock. I've never heard that expression in my life. Do you think writers do that? Just invent expressions? Do you think this is an expression that people used to say, or is this just something new that the author has made specifically for this game? That'd be amazing. Just clean his clock. Hell yeah. Some 12th century slang. Yeah, clean his clock. I'm gonna clean his clock. The deal has been made. You tell your friend. This is a matter of your honor now. Thomas huffs angrily but agrees. Derrick is already waiting for you in the narrow back street by the school, his retinue by his side. Meet me by the flagpole, bitch. You walk forward and give him an opportunity to end this dispute once and for all. This is the nobleman's way. If you win this battle, Derrick and the other children of nobles will never pick on the commoner's sons again. If he wins, you will never stand in their way and protect other students. This is it. This is it, one-on-one. We're gonna lose? Oh no. Derrick walks forward uncertainly. You both roll up your sleeves. You raise your fist in a fighting stance. Derrick tries to copy your movements. You hit him first. Yeah, strike first, strike hard. No mercy. Derrick does manage to land several glancing blows, but he is fighting a losing battle. He has never been in a real street fight. Ooh, Thomas nods in approval. You have learned a lot from him. Yeah, that's right. It does not take long for Derrick to stop fighting back. One more blow and he squirrels and raises his hands. You have won. Let's go. You turn to the other nobleman's sons with a victorious look on your face. No more teasing. And if anyone else says so much as one bad word about Thomas, they'll pay. Yeah, they'll pay. Derrick's former retinue disperses silently. That's good. That's good that they didn't all just get pissed and then go 4v1 on me and, you know, break my face. At least they are nobles and have some honor. King shit. Yeah. Luck can win a duel. A fool can win a battle, but it takes a lot more to win a war. Okay, wise words. Alright. Your theology teacher tells you more about Anazote. Oh, the silver tree. A silver tree. I bet this is where I'm gonna get revelations of the tree. Alright, let's try and go for it. Experience the revelation. But at what cost, man? I'm probably gonna have to use some willpower for that. Damn it. How much willpower do I have? Me die twice. Where's my willpower stat? Where is it? Ready for action. Okay. So I probably have one more willpower action to use it on. Ooh, but I really want to get revelations. I got epiphany, right? I gotta chain this side quest somehow. Okay. Theology teacher tells you more about okay. It is more than just the provincial capital. It is also a sacred place blessed by the gods. It is where the twin gods' first disciples spilled their blood, and from that blood grew the sacred silver tree. Okay. Its enormous foliage hangs over the city. You see its branches in the sky every day, but you have never approached the trunk of the tree yourself. Okay. Today you will be taking your first trip to the silver tree. Your class is visiting a service in the great temple by the tree's very roots. Oh, that's cool. Actually built a house inside the tree. Doesn't that mean that the house is older than the tree itself? Because the tree grew around the house? That's a damn old house. Thanks to your theology teacher, You and the other students will witness this landmark of the twins' advent up close. Everyone is excited. Or maybe this house isn't old at all, Has anyone analyzed the architecture? Maybe the tree is all a lie. It's not actually super old and where the twin gods' first disciples spilled the blood. Because you can see how it's older than the house. I'm just speculating and ranting. Soon you and the other boys enter the slums surrounding the church district of Enezo. The roots are pulsating under your feet. They spread underground all throughout the area. That's cool. Pathetic, cramped hovels and filthy streets surround the trunk of the tree. They are home to Palpas, Princess and the Pauper, day laborers and preachers. The people of the district bow humbly to you and point you towards the temple. They seem at peace despite the abject poverty in which they live. The tree provides for all. All who live directly beneath the tree are filled with its divine grace, your teacher says. People come here to make peace with the world and their fate in it. Your class is unusually quiet. Everyone is listening to the rustling of the leaves and the underground beating of the roots. The sky above you is obscured by the tree's canopy. You find the temple of the twin gods right next to the tremendous trunk of the tree. It almost seems a part of it. So that's a temple. Okay. There's a crowd there. Pilgrims dressed in traveling clothes, paupers and beggars, common people of the city, and the occasional well-dressed noble. There are arguments among some people who are gathered in separate small groups. Pauper. Close enough. Pauper. The argument, Many people are wandering around, staring upwards at the tree's branches. The tree impresses you with its might and calm emanating from it. You are filled with a desire to sit down and think of the world, to learn something about yourself, to touch the silver white bark and hearken to the whispering leaves. You're distracted enough to fall back from the rest of your classmates. You notice a small path. It should take you right next to the trunk. A tall, red-haired woman walks out of the crowd of pilgrims. She is wearing a worn white robe. She is no longer young, but her face is youthful and covered in freckles. Her hand clutches a book. You have never seen this lady pilgrim before, yet she looks at you, almost as if she has recognized a lifelong friend. She beckons to you and says her name. Mathilde, a preacher from Astynia. What she says next shakes you to your very core. It is commendable to see a young man so keen to learn the teachings of the twins, she says. Yet you will never follow the light of truth within the walls of the temple. Inside, you will find only the lies about the lots. Ooh, this is an interesting character. The erring words of Prophet Isatius, sanctified by the passage of centuries. Yet anyone who sets out to read the accounts of the twins' own lives knows that they never so much as mention the lots. Oh my god, this is who we need to speak to. This is who we need to talk to. The red-haired preacher's words frighten you. They clash with everything you have heard from Mother, everything you have been taught at school. The lots are a lie? Oh my god, the cognitive dissonance is hitting. You freeze in fear. Should you argue with Mathilde, or ask her for more information? Or should you treat her as a madwoman and catch up with your classmates? Come on, give me the choice. Give me the choice. I'll pick in an instant after I read everything. But in an instant, I say, you suddenly feel a small, warm hand grasp your own. You see a girl right next to you. She is just a little older than you, wearing a black dress, threadbare yet almost spotless. Her hair is covered by a handkerchief, with only a single golden lock showing. Her brown eyes are burning with rage, her hand pulling you away from the red-haired preacher. You stare in confusion at the strange young girl, your cheeks flushed by the sudden touch. There's just a bit of odor on her cheeks too. Wait, sorry. There's just a bit of color on her cheeks too. But then she starts speaking to you quickly. Cheyenne? Don't listen to her. She's dangerous. Come to the temple with me. Only there will you see the truth. You stand there, surrounded by the crowd of praying pilgrims and the sounds of shuffling feet, torn between two people you have never met before, and each of them expects you to follow her. But all the while, you hear the whispering of the wind in the tree's branches. The branches reach out for you, almost as if the tree wishes to speak to you itself. Can you hear its voice? Go away, Jan. I can't even say your name. Goodbye. Goodbye. Follow the girl into the temple. No, sir. And use willpower? Nah, man. Oh, Matters of the Heart. I unlocked it because I have Matters of the Heart. So I'll probably... is a romantic option with Jian, but I need the knowledge. I need to know about the lots and how to overthrow them. It is bigger than myself. Give to the Epiphany. Oh, bro, but I get insight here. Man, I hate this choice. Either I lose the chance to complete the side quest, whatever it is. Revelation. Red Hair Pilgrim. I'm a filthy liar. I'm a filthy liar. I said I was gonna pick instantly, but I did not. I cannot. I think this is strictly better from a purely consequential point, right? You get your spirituality and you get the revelation. I'm going to bet, I'm going to gamble it on that me picking this option will give me almost the same outcome as the Red Hair Pilgrim. I hope that this will give me true insight about what the religion truly is without having to talk to her, alright? So that's what I'm gonna pick. Yeah, because this doesn't say that it unlocks anything. It doesn't say like unlocks, you know, the truth about this shocking truth about the twin gods will surprise you. It doesn't say anything like that in the consequence. So I'm gonna pick this. Okay, the silver tree. You step away from the girl in black and the woman in white, your eyes transfixed by the tremendous towering trunk of the tree. For some odd reason, you recall Mother's ant farm, with the ant's heart at work inside, and her face as she explained its laws. It is fleeting. It is a fleeting, distant memory, a child's realization about the workings of the world at large. And at this very moment, you see yourself and all the other people for the ants they are. Ooh. You cannot look away from the tree. The people around you begin to fade away. Their voices melt together and disappear. The world that surrounds you feels frozen and still now. The slow swaying of the rustling branches is all there is. The branches catch you and raise you up. Uh-oh. You soar in the air, higher and higher along the trunk of the silver tree. The branches, the leaves, their light is blinding. Their light holds you up and embraces you. Uh-oh. I feel like this probably isn't the ending I'm looking for. This looks like the accepting the gods ending, maybe. And at this moment, you realize something as clear as the daylight beating down on you from high above. This tree is divine. There's no doubt left in you. The tree was planted by the twin gods and left in this land. An ever-living proof and a mark of the twins' existence. And the tree, it speaks to you. Speaks in a language you understand, in the language you learned long before you were born. It speaks of soothing love, and of crystal clear law, and of love and law intertwining to bring the miracle of life to you. From this high up, you can clearly see all the land below. From here, you can see the entire empire embroidered with a shining thread of providence, illuminated by the twins' presence. It takes you but a moment to finally realize what the teachers have been talking about this whole time. All the time. The fates and lots of the people, the workings of life and the empire. It was all created and arranged by the twins, and absolutely everything bears their mark, their design and inspiration. No, I thought the truth of the twins was supposed to not be about the lots at all. Hmm. Hmm. So is my vision wrong? Or is the red-haired lady wrong? She just mistaken? That she has vision of her own? Had visions of her own? I don't know. And it is in this world that you were given life. Somehow the tree seems to realize that the revelation is now fully within you. It gently lowers you back down to the ground. You glide down between the glowing branches, illuminated by what you have just seen. Jayan, you spoke to them? You come back to your senses. You are still standing by the tree, firmly rooted to the ground. The branches release you, and you are once again aware of the pilgrim's prayers and the noise of the crowd. The young girl in black is staring at you. She is clearly agitated. My uncle is a priest, and he told me the twins can choose to speak with you through the tree, but I've never seen it happen before. I'm the chosen one. Hehehe. Jan starts asking you questions. She wants you to tell her what you just experienced, but you cannot speak. It is so difficult to see the temple's familiar interior again, to see the district around it and the sky above. The memory of the sight from atop the silver tree now gleams in your mind. So first what you gotta do is you gotta get your mom to go to the market and like buy like an ant farm for you. You know, it's just like one of those ant colony things in the glass, and then you gotta play with it by yourself for a while. Then come here again, okay? I just hope you'll share your revelation with me someday. Don't worry, I'll get it. My name's Jayan. I'm an acolyte. I work in the temple. I help my uncle clean the grounds and cook food for the poor, and I also greet the worshippers. People come here all the time. Many are lost, and they don't know where to go once they're inside. But nobody should feel lost in this place. The temple is for all the estates. But then you hear your theology teacher calling you. It is time for your class to return to the school. Before you leave, Jan suddenly takes your hand. You can't help but blush. Please listen to me. Few people ever see these things. The twins, they were speaking to you, and you heard them. It's a sign. You should become a priest. You'll be guiding those who cannot hear the twins. You'll be helping their souls find the way to the top of the pillar. It's the most honorable calling in the world. Okay. Yeah, I probably will become a priest if I keep going down this path. But can I become a priest and then find out, you know, what the lots and the twins say about the lots? Man, what happened to the red-haired lady? I want to talk to her. You say goodbye to the young acolyte. Yet as you return to your ordinary life, Jan's words remain in your memory from that day forth. Soulful. I got soul, but I'm not a priest yet. Okay. Bro, don't fall for it. She only wants you for your epiphanies and visions. Okay. Revelations happen. Got it. Got a revelation. Got an achievement. Alright. Adult question. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Alright. Hit the threshold for spirituality. Uh-oh. What's he gonna say? Uh-oh. The day is sunny, scorching and hot. You are sitting in the yard, in the shade of a tree, studying books about the twins' great descent. You hear shy, quiet steps. There is no need to look back. You know from the sound that it is Nathan. Your younger brother also sits in the shade of the tree, yet he is quiet. He is not tugging at your clothes this time. That is unusual. How old is Nathan by now? Why is he still tugging at my clothes, huh? He is just sitting by your side, breathing loudly. You tear yourself away from the book and look at your brother. Nathan is deep in thought. He seems uneasy. He is fidgeting with the symbol of the twins, a cross inside a circle, the lash bound around the sword. It is Nathan's pendant. He wears it all the time, but not today. The silence wears on. Nathan takes a deep breath like he is about to speak, but does not. His face grows even grimmer. He looks unusually hurt and bitter. What did they do to you, Nathan? What did the gods do to you? At last Nathan gathers his courage. He takes another deep breath. His eyes narrow. His hand clutches the encircled cross. Tell me, Piper, the twins, they hate me, don't they? Nathan's voice is quiet yet firm. The world falls silent around you. Not even a gust of wind can be heard. It is as if everything is waiting for your answer. You look at your brother again, confused. Okay. I'm gonna drop some man knowledge on him. Some priestly knowledge on him. Nathan, the youngest brother, the most unassuming child. He is quiet, obedient, and thoughtful. He has been your responsibility almost since his birth, yet he has never been a burden. Father was always aloof around him, and Mother was too tired to even smile. Why? Even Grandfather seemed to avoid Nathan with his scorn. He just treated your little brother like a piece of trash. He never called him by name, and always winced at the sight of him, perhaps because he looked so much like Mother. But is it true that the twin gods had no love for your brother Nathan? Surely the twins have enough even for little Nathan, do they not? Yes, summon upon that priestly knowledge, please. I've seen the tree. Nathan was born a commoner like you. His lot is suffering. Everyone is tested by the twins before their true death. No one can expect mercy along their path. He was born the youngest child in your family. That is his trial. Should Nathan persevere and bear the burden he was dealt? Or should he ask his parents to give born to a new sibling so he's no longer the youngest child? He shall yet reach the peak of the pillar when his time runs out. Okay. There's hope in Nathan's eyes as he looks at you. Guiding others in matters of faith is the clergy's lot. You are no priest, yet you cannot stay quiet. You see his pain, you see his trepidation, and so you will tell him what you think. What you are about to say may be a turning point in his life. Yeah, actually, I've spoken to the gods. They fucking hate you. Sorry about that, bro. Let's see. Man, I really don't want more spirituality, man. I want a farm-bound stats. Am I actually gonna do this? Am I actually? Your younger brother, Nathan Brante. Admonition. I mean, the twins are stern and ruthless. Guess they kind of are. The world is a dangerous place. Just you watch. Just you watch. I'm sorry, brother. I'm going to sacrifice you. I'm gonna sacrifice you. I'm sorry. I have to do this so I can see more story happen in the game. I'm so sorry. Yeah, all these millennials, man. They're trying to get the world handed to them. So entitled, man. Yeah, so entitled. You are quiet for a moment, and then you speak. The twins are stern indeed. They pay no heed to the wishes of man. For they are gods. They have their own vision, and they follow it to guide all people to greatness. And their wish for you, Nathan, is for you to be hated by them. Yikes. But how can the twins guide people when they're not people themselves? That's deep, bro. That's deep, bro. How can gods understand the plight of man? I guess they are all-knowing, so they by definition do know the plight of man. But it's not relatable, bro. But there's a positive side to this. You do not have to love them either. Whoa, after all, how can you force yourself to love forces that hate you just for being born? Well, I mean, I didn't say that they hated you, Nathan. I just said that they didn't care, okay? It's totally different, man. They, you know how Sir Gregor treats you like you're a piece of trash. Yeah, like it's kind of like that. That's how the god treats you. Like they don't love you per se, but they don't hate you either, you know, because they don't care. All right. How can you force yourself to love entities that see you as wicked beings that can do nothing but blindly obey their will? For our gods have no mercy indeed, and their law is inhuman. We have to accept it, for it no longer can be changed. But when your true death comes, there are two paths open to you. You can be brought to the peak of the shining pillar, or you can be cast down into eternal suffering at the foot of the pillar. If you wish for the twin solace and eternal bliss in the hereafter, submitting to their will is the only way. Yikes, you better do what they say, or you gotta go to hell, you gotta go to hell. I keep saying, man, every commoner who became a noble's going to hell, man. Nathan hangs on to your every word. The despair on his face is replaced by rage. He leaps to his feet. His fingers ball into fists. A single tear rolls down his reddened cheek. Wait, actually, that's good. That's the reaction I want. Yeah, rage against the machine. He's gonna go into his emo phase. He already has the haircut for it. No, it cannot be. It is impossible. You simply cannot be right. The twins are testing me, and they're testing me right now too. I'm gonna tell Mom you're spreading heresy. Oh, now you're a fucking snitch too? Okay, man. Nathan screams these words in your face and runs away, his pendant clenched in his fist instead of around his neck. You turn back to the book with a heavy heart. It always hurts to face the cruelty of the world. Will your younger brother weather the storm? You know this threat means nothing. He will never tell on you. Oh, true. His doubt is too great. Alright, as long as he doesn't tell, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Something you gotta learn, brother. You can't come to me expecting to, I don't know, expecting to hear what you want to hear, you know? I'm gonna tell it to you straight. I've activated him. Oh no. Oh no, I just realized Nathan is like the quiet kid that no one talks about. You know, mostly kept to himself. Uh-oh, what have I done? What have I got? You know what? Don't worry about it. We don't talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. Another school day has ended. You are making your way home, still mulling over the things you learned from your teachers. The founding of the empire, the eternal and unshakable rule of a single dynasty. The three estates, each with its own rights. What an odd sort of order the world has, and yet so mysterious. At least it sounds that way when your teachers talk about it. Actually, what time is it? Okay, it's been like 2 hours. I'm going to go like a couple of more stories maybe, then I'm gonna end the stream. Let me get some water too. 1 sec. Yeah, it actually seems like this chapter is not about to end that soon, so I probably won't finish it today. I will continue next time. I'll keep going for a couple more stories. Yeah, you're making your way home, blah blah. Yep, I read this. Mother is waiting for you on the porch. She smiles gently when she sees you, and yet her expression still shows great concern. What, did Nathan snitch on me? Oh, father left on a trip to several distant migrant towns a few days ago. Since then, mother has been trying to tell you something, but she seems uncertain. Something happened to dad? She going to go marry someone else? Or maybe it's just something that she can't talk to me about when father's around. Son, could you put your things away and come pray with me? You join mother in a prayer to the twins. She prays with fervent sincerity, her head bowed low, reciting the words of obedience to them and their greater design in a barely audible whisper. You repeat after her, just as she has taught you ever since you were a little boy. When the prayer ends, mother sighs and turns to you. Piper, my son, you are 13 now. You'll be grown soon. Excuse me. It's time you learned about certain things that are important to our family. Difficult things. It's about your father and me. About our marriage. Ooh. Flashback episode. You gaze curiously into mother's eyes. I'm sure you've wondered about this before. Your father is a nobleman of the mantle, so how could he marry a commoner with another man's child? Okay, makes sense. But you see, Piper, your father, when his first wife, Amelia Alborn, died, it was a painful blow to him. He lost the will to live, lost all purpose. He felt like his own destiny was cut short that day as well. Sag. And then he met me, and I fixed him. You know the troubles I had in the past. I went to the prefecture as a petitioner to ask them for help, protection, justice. I don't know the troubles you had in the past. I guess she had a husband before and she hates him, so I guess I can put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. When I was a young girl, I worked at a small shop that sold crockery and dishes. A nobleman took a liking to me. May his name be forgotten forever. The twins know I was humble and honored his lot to rule, but he took me by force. Mother falls silent, summoning the courage to continue. Gloria is that nobleman's daughter, but he was outraged. How could I have the gall to burden him with low-born progeny? Gotta use protection, buddy. He turned me out on the street with that little baby girl in my arms. Mother's voice is shaking now. You take her hand tenderly. I had no home, no honor, nowhere to go, no one to help me. When I went to the prefecture, I didn't really think the judges there would help me find justice against my former master. But when Sir Robert heard my plea, his eyes met mine, and I believe that at that very moment, the twins themselves granted him the gift of their love. Your father told me that there was nothing he could do to make that detestable nobleman marry me. What does that mean? Oh, okay, yeah. Gloria's mom. But he would never abandon me and my baby Gloria, and if I agreed, he would take me into his own home. Okay. Tears are running down Mother's cheeks. And I knew it. My son, I knew how much his honor and reputation would suffer. But caring for me brought him back to life. It's like he experienced another sacrament. He rediscovered his noble purpose, his lot to rule and protect and to care for others. But his decision to marry me, he is still paying for it today. Your father had the courage to defy your grandfather and the founder of his bloodline. If only you knew how much he had to endure, my son. If only you knew the despicable rumors we heard about the Brantes all over Anazo. It was only thanks to the efforts of Sir Gregor that the Brante bloodline managed to hang on to what little remained of its reputation. But now the noble families have all but forgotten about that scandal. Thank the twins. Okay, it's in the past now. It's in the past. Gain reputation. Mother falls silent. She looks at you intently. Do you understand what she's telling you? Yeah, don't fuck up the family name again. My son, I'm not telling you just to share the pain of my past. I have no reason to complain. Even Sir Gregor has accepted me through gritted teeth. But you need to understand the heavy burden our family must bear, including our scandalous marriage and Gloria's foul origin. Oh, don't call it foul, man. Come on. And Gloria, she can never be a Brante. Even if the elder Brantes agreed, the news would stir up the old scandal in the minds of high society. And if that were to happen, Piper, they would even see your birth as illegitimate. Mother sighs heavily. What I told you just now is something you have to know, son. You're about to enter adult life. By my lot, I must be humble. I cannot tell you how to treat your family. But may I ask you a question? Now that you know all this, do you still see Gloria as your sister? Yeah, of course, man. Of course, man. Ooh, but the stat farming though. The stat farming though. Can make my sister and my mother happy. I can make them both sad, but be more of a noble. Ew, that's such a fuck, what's his name? I totally forgot his name. Nathan thing to do? Not Nathan. That's such a Stefan thing to do, man. I wouldn't do that. Even if it is good for my stat farm. I think I'm gonna farm some willpower right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Mom. I think my true answer is probably this, but I don't care about farming relations at the moment. I don't even know if they'll do anything that much for me. Narrative voice. They will do a lot. But yeah, willpower, I gotta have some willpower in the bank, I think. You do not want to disappoint Mother or Gloria, but you also do not want to make any promises you cannot keep. Who knows what the future may hold? That's true. It always pays to be careful. And so you hide your true feelings and offer Mother a guarded response. Yeah, that's true. That's like me. That's very in character. You are not grown up enough to have a say in matters such as these. You will not be in charge of the family affairs anytime soon. Of course, Gloria means a lot to you, and she always will, regardless of her status in the Brante home. Yep, that's true. Mother nods sadly. I understand, Piper. You want what's best for everyone. You don't want to betray your sister, but you also don't want to give her too much hope. You're still young. You don't have to make a choice just yet, but you will have to decide one day, I'm afraid. The world won't let you stand aside forever. Oh yeah, watch me. Time to immigrate. Move to a different empire. Start a new home. Just then you hear Gloria carefully knock at the door of Mother's chambers. Mother, Piper, I couldn't find you. Oh, eavesdropping, are you? You greet your sister as if the past few minutes never happened. You suggest reading some ancient poetry down in the library together. Should I say that? Oh, okay. I get to read poetry. I just can't write any. Okay. Gloria agrees, expecting nothing about what Mother told you just now. Yeah, cause like, didn't Gloria write something before, and then Mom got super pissed at it, and then we had to go hide in the library? Mother remains alone by their bedside, thanking the twins for the gift of humility with a quiet prayer. People that don't choose a side get run over by both sides. Yeah, that is pretty true, I think. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's just kind of a bad habit I have sometimes. Try and play both sides. I kind of know that it's not great, but you gotta play it case by case. We are 13 now. Another theology lesson. Today's sermon is about the priests and why the clergy is the only one of the 3 estates with the right to interpret the lots and guide the other 2 estates accordingly. Thomas sits next to you, huffing and puffing as he fervently writes down the teacher's every word. But you've heard all this from Mother many times before, so you take this moment to daydream a little. Father promised to take you to the capital once your studies are complete. But the teacher suddenly casts a stern look around the lecture hall and raises his voice at one of your classmates. A boy by the name of Brian jumps out of his seat. The teacher asks him to repeat what he had just said. Brian freezes and seems to shrink. He tries to muster a reply, but nothing comes out. Ha ha ha. The class becomes agitated. Someone is about to get punished. The teacher now looms over Brian. The boy's cheeks are flushed. His eyes are covered in tears. We all watch the teacher's iron-bound book as he raises it sharply, about to strike. Brian shrieks and raises a hand in front of him. A sudden flash. The teacher screams and buries his face in his arms. Oh my god! His hair is ablaze, and his skin is covered in horrible burns. It's magic, real magic, just like the books about the Maghreb Rebellion. The class freezes in shock. There's a dull thud as the iron-bound book falls to the floor. Holy shit, guys, he's a fucking magician. Brian's hysterical laughter rends the silence. Damn. He's going crazy. He stands up from his bench, fire in his eyes and sparks on his fingertips. There are screams now. Students run for the door. Uh-oh. The teacher tries to extinguish his burning hair. Uh-oh. Brian snaps his fingers, and the book of Icetius on the desk turns into pillars of flame. He laughs and raises his arms, and the curtains catch fire. Holy shit. The screams grow louder as the fire howls. Brian's face is tense and violent. His mouth is spewing flames, and his whole body is shaking with laughter. He steps towards the door. Okay, so he's not just like, playing a little prank. Haha, gotcha, teacher. He's like actually either possessed or having a mental breakdown. He's going to burn the whole school down. School burning among us. Your teacher's determination makes you brave. I mean, your friend's determination makes you brave. Don't know why I said teacher. You run behind Brian and knock him off his feet. You both tumble to the ground. Even though his clothes, his body sears your flesh. Oh, even through his clothes, his body sears your flesh. Brian screams, convulses, and grabs Thomas by the shoulders with his burning hands. Thomas howls but stays put, then knocks Brian senseless with several fierce blows to the head. Yeah, give him the punch down. There are servants fussing around the room now. They put out the fire and take away the teacher, his body covered in horrible burns. You and Thomas remain next to Brian, who is lying on the floor silent. Soon 3 men in black cloaks, this is the man in black, enter the doors of the school, each bearing an edict sealed with silver. The Inquisition! You and Thomas are told to step away from the witch. Oh, now he's a witch, huh? They lock Brian's neck in a silver collar and take him away. Holy shit, man. Nobody expects the Arcanian Inquisition. Yep, I did not expect that. Whoa, can I join the Inquisition? Hey, it's pretty cool, man. No. Gotta reject the system. Dude, they're like the CIA, man. They're like witch hunters. Just come in. Oh, magic? Nope. Gone. You're gone. It is like the Inquisitors in Divinity Original Sin as well. Magic user? Put a collar on them. Seal their magic off and send them to the dungeon. But they'll get what's coming to them one day. All of the Inquisitors remain behind to tell the students what happened. That was magic, he explains. The ungodly power that twists the minds of men into savage instruments of murder. Whoa, only the sacred shackles of silver can hold it at bay. Only the power of the twins can save us all from its evil grasp. The next day we are forbidden from ever mentioning Brian's name again. He is no more. Damn, that's crazy, bro. How can I practice defense against the magical arts? How can I do that? I think I have a new business idea for this world. You just make like silver bracelets and you sell them, right? You sell them. You print out in the newspapers. You pump propaganda about how magic can affect anyone, even a loved one, and say that silver is the only way to keep it at bay. It's approved by the Inquisitors. Yep. Inquisitor approved magic resistance. You wouldn't want to lose your mind, would you? Oh, free relation with Thomas. Nice. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this last story, then I'm gonna end the stream. Because it's been quite a while. It's getting pretty late as well. For me, anyway. I guess it's early for one of you, huh? Dupree? Pretty early for you. Are you gonna stay up? Or are you gonna go back to sleep? Still can't believe you woke up at like 4 for this. A great day looms ahead. 100 years ago, Arthur Tempest was anointed to rule over the empire, blessed by the twins themselves. I guess it's blessed by the twins themselves. I think when it's a verb and you bless something, it's blessed, right? But if something is like an adjective, then it's blessed. I think that's how it works. Yeah, blessed by the what did I just say? Blessed by the twins themselves, the empire reign continues into its 2nd century. Okay. Celebrations in honor of the Tempest dynasty are held throughout the city, and the school is closed for 2 weeks because of that. Okay. On one of these evenings, Father tells everyone that Grandfather is going to bring Stefan back home for the holiday. They say families should celebrate the day of anointment together. You could benefit from your elder brother's company. With his noble education, Stefan might be able to teach you how noblemen are supposed to act. Okay. Is this the same holiday? Wait, 100 years ago. 100 days celebrate what? Oh, 200 anniversary. 200-year anniversary. Okay, come back to sleep. Yep. Have your sleep. Is this the same? Is this the same day as the one I had in my childhood, where I was locked in like a really plain room with my sister singing a song? Is this the same holiday? Or is this something else? Anointment, I forgot. Soon Stefan arrives. He now handles himself differently. When it comes to ordering servants around and ignoring Gloria, he is still grandfather's double. But he is more grown up now and far less haughty to you. Okay? It is a dark winter evening. A damp cold wind sweeps through the city from the barren lands of Magrat. You and Stefan are sitting in the library. He is telling you all about Eterna, the capital of the Empire. It is full of so many wonders. The Imperial Palace, the enormous Temple of the Twins, the Military Academy, the Imperial College. You have read so much about these places, yet he has seen them firsthand. Nathan enters the library. He looks concerned. I can't find Gloria. I looked everywhere. She's not in the attic, not in the sitting room, not in the kitchen. I heard she wanted to sneak off to the ruins of Charm Meladina's palace. She could be lost in there. Is that the lady who got me slapped? You and Stefan exchange looks. Charm Meladina's, the rebellious Duke, the ruins of his palace are a dangerous place. Okay, never mind. It's the dad. It's the father of the lady who slapped me. Some children claim his tainted magic still lingers there, which means you absolutely have to make your way there and back again to prove you are not afraid of the long-dead witch. What? What? I thought I have to absolutely make my way there and back to save my sister, but it's to prove that I'm not afraid of the witch? What? Huh? Your brother tells you to wait. He leaves and soon returns with his sword in its sheath. She could be lost in there. Okay. Get ready, Piper. We're going to rescue Gloria. She must have gone to the ruins in search of inspiration for another one of her little rhymes. Okay, he's not as rude to her as I thought he would be. Wait, it's different? It's her great-great-great-grandfather. Oh. So do the blue people age differently? Are they like immortal or something? Or they're like elves, they live a bit longer. The two of you instruct Nathan to tell your parents you've gone for a walk in the square. You and your elder brother head outside. You are confused by Stefan's action. He refuses to treat Gloria like a human being, so why is he still so determined to rescue her? Stefan noticed your expression. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm wondering. And he knows too. Are you wondering why I care about Gloria all of a sudden? I can't act in any other way, can I? The law of honor compels me to protect my family. Aha. Honor. What did I hear that from? Ah, community. Okay. Gloria will never be a Brante, but father still took her into our house. I must respect his seniority and defend Gloria like she is one of our own. You are a Brante too, noble or not, which means it is your duty to aid me. Ooh, okay. The ruins of Char Meladina's palace span an entire district. The place was abandoned centuries ago, but its remnants are overgrown with thick underbrush. The ruined palace is empty, nothing but cold wind blowing over crumbling brickwork. Even the worst scum of the land steer clear of this place. Okay. Spooky. You make your way through the ruins until you spot scattered sheets of paper covered in writing. Your sister's writing. You hear loud laughter coming from behind a dilapidated stone wall nearby. Oh no, she's laughing. One of the surest signs of magical poisoning. You pull yourself up to peer over it. Gloria is lying on the ground face down, twitching and sobbing. A gaggle of drunk thugs surround her, cackling and swinging their arms about. Okay, never mind. She's fine. She's not affected by magic. She's just being bullied. Or, you know, probably a bit worse than being bullied. Okay, it looks like they haven't done anything though yet, which is good. We'll save her. You hear their shouts. Look at the lass, sitting here rhyming words together. She thinks she's all noble, but don't you worry, you low-born tart. We're gonna teach you your place. One of the loud spit at Gloria as she lies there. Get away from her this instant, you bastards, or I'll spill your guts. They respond with mocking laughter. Stefan draws his sword. The street thugs recoil in fear, but they soon notice that he is only one-armed man against many. They start reaching out for sticks and stones. But the law! But the lot! Stay by my side. Don't let them flank me. Stefan's hand shakes, but he looks ready for battle. He is outnumbered. For a moment you hesitate. Perhaps it might be better to run for the nearby district and call for guards. The young thugs are already armed with makeshift weapons. They start approaching you and Stefan cautiously. Call for the guards, meh. Nobility, aha. So I can pick this if I don't have bad blood with him. I could charge him, and I don't get any stats. But hey, I don't lose a life either. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think I want nobility because I want to get it over the threshold before this chapter ends, so I will do that and spend my willpower. Yeah, maybe my brother is also a shonen character. He's like the rival character in the shonen, you know? Like he hates you at first, and he's your rival, and he's always really arrogant. But then after you fight side by side with him to end a greater threat, he becomes your best friend. Well, maybe not best friend, but like, you know, like begrudgingly like your best friend. And then you know, become superpowered and overpower him, and then he becomes a side character for the rest of the show. But anyway, Stefan's firm voice fills you with confidence. You follow your noble brother's orders. It takes a moment to grab a stick, and then you are at Stefan's back, angrily swinging at the Louds as they try to bring him down. One of the Louds lunges at your brother with a stone, but you hit him with the stick, and he falls right down at Stefan's feet. His sword flashes. The blade sinks deep into the young man's stomach. He wheezes. Blood starts pouring onto the ground. He's killed him. The thugs freeze. Stefan pulls out the sword. Stefan pulls the sword out, his face an inscrutable mask, and returns to his fighting stance. You're stunned to see Stefan take another man's life so easily and effortlessly, like picking his own teeth. The thugs look like they're about to flee. There's rage and confusion on their faces. They never expected the young nobleman to use that sword. Stefan just scoffs at them. Lowborn scum, that's all you are. This is the only language you understand. Good job, brother. Gloria, get up. We're going home. Wait, what? He turns to glance at your sister, giving the enraged thugs just enough time to rush you. Oh no, I thought they were running away. You get separated from Stefan. Your back is against the wall now. They hit you hard in the stomach, then in the face, then the side of the head. Then your mind slips away. Oh? When the darkness disperses, you find yourself lying in your bed. Stefan is in the armchair next to you reading a book. He's alive. With left arm in a sling and a black eye, but still alive. Your head is spinning and you feel nauseous. You try your best to sit up. Stefan looks up from the book. Don't try to get up. You lost a lot of blood. I suppose that was a few thugs too many for a single warrior, even with good backup. I'm impressed. We fought like an army. The noble orders, the commoner obeys, all according to our lots. We defended the family's honor together. You know, brother, the nobleman's lot is also a great burden that few are able to bear. It takes courage not to fight everything you see, but to do your duty. Each and every decision a nobleman makes become a part of his family's legacy, flowing in the blurred tide forever. Okay. I think about it often. A noble mustn't act weak. A noble mustn't suffer like the people of the lowborn lot. Oh god, he's just ranting. He's just ranting now. He's giving a soliloquy about his character motivations. A noble must rule over them wisely. A noble must ensure that they have work to do. It's not merely your own lot you have to look after. You have to ensure that 1,000 others can live by their lot as well. There are so many more matters to take care of. Honor, dignity, tradition, it's tough, but it's what it takes to be a nobleman. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Sure, man. I guess, okay. So here's my take. He's saying this in like the most charitable way possible, I guess. Which makes sense. I feel like these are like the talking points he's been taught his whole life, right? That nobles are, you know, noble, and they have to, you know, protect others, be gracious, whatever, blah blah blah. But, you know, still, you could say it's a burden, but probably not as much of a burden as suffering as a commoner, you know? But yeah, whatever. There's approval in your brother's eyes for the first time in a long while. I think in his own deluded way, he can be charismatic right now. It was a pleasure to fight side by side, brother. Yeah. When the circumstances are right, he can be quite charismatic, quite noble. And then, a second later, he's making fun of Gloria again, maybe. Alright, okay. Forbidden love. Ooh. Stefan? Hmm? Something spicy is gonna happen. Yeah, sometimes he's okay, sometimes he's, not sure. Got JPEG. Okay. Yeah, okay. But I think I'm gonna call it a stream right here. We'll see this spicy story next time. Okay. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. That was fun. That was pretty interesting, actually. I think the story's picking up. I think I still don't get much in the way of like actual significant choices, but we're getting there. And the stat farm is going pretty well. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for showing up, especially for waking up at 4 a.m. Thank you. Alright, go back to sleep. Get your rest. Get your rest. I don't want you to be sleep deprived for me. Okay. I think so this Thursday I'll be playing some Monster Hunter. Not sure if that is your cup of tea for the people who are into this game, because it's very different, completely different type of game. But I think I'll play this again on, I don't know, was it Saturday or Sunday that I posted? But yeah, one of those days. It's scheduled. I'll play it again this weekend. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. What? I'll be a real streamer and click ending. Ooh, look at this. Look at this ending screen. I'll play some music. Play some music. Play some music. Stream's over. Class dismissed. You can leave, by the way. I'm just playing some things for fun. I found some nice like royalty-free music. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm gonna be a real streamer and play outro music. Let's see. This one's a good one, I think. This one? Maybe? Okay, this wasn't the one I was thinking of, but it's still nice. Okay, bye bye.